Neighbor noise. When I first started this channel, I had two goals. One was to show you my fabulous, fantastic Los Angeles life, and the other was to take you on my journey in becoming a professional screenwriter. Needless to say, thanks to the pandemic, haven't really been able to do either of those. Yeah. Hopefully, once we make it through this, I will be able to live a fantastic, fabulous Los Angeles life and bring you along, show you everything that is happening. It's gonna be a minute though. However, the journey to becoming a professional screenwriter, I can get started on that. So with this video, I'm gonna tell you where I am, what I've been up to. So if you've been watching the channel, you've been following me, you know that I've been working on a screenplay titled Chomp. It's not titled Chomp anymore. That's because, well, when I first started working on the script, it was one idea. And then my writing mentor and writing group suggested that maybe I try something different. I go, a different route with this idea. And I did. Wrote several drafts with the new idea and loved it, completely loved it, but it still wasn't the story that I wanted to tell. And so I went back to my original idea. So when I started working on the new idea, the second idea, I retitled my script to Chomp. But when I reverted back to the original idea, I went back to the original title. I'm kind of glad that I went through that journey because, number one, it's gonna be some shit that I'm gonna have to do once I am out there in the world as a working screenwriter. I'm gonna have to rewrite. Sometimes I'm gonna have to do what they call a page one rewrite, which is where you essentially start from scratch, just start over from scratch, because that's what I had to do. But the reason why I enjoyed the process is because I learned a lot about the characters in the story. And so when I went back to my original idea, I carried over some of those elements and some of those themes and ideas from Chomp, and I placed them into the original idea. Y'all get what I'm saying? I'm not confusing you, right? At the end of the day, I feel that the script is stronger. It's a lot better. The feedback that I've been getting, it's just been phenomenal. It's been great. Shout out to my writing group. They've all been, just invaluable. Their advice, their ideas, their feedback has just been great. They helped me shape the script into the best shape that it can be in. And I'm old school. I still print out and bind my scripts with brads and washers. I still do all that. But as I said, I think that the script is in phenomenal shape. My writing mentor had us enlist the services of Screenplay, their coverage service, their feedback service. And I got a decent score, great feedback. The reader really enjoyed the story, really enjoyed the characters, the dialogue, all that good stuff. So, that really just instilled me with a lot of confidence in this particular script. I'm just like, okay, let's go. So what I've begun doing is I've begun essentially querying different reps. I want representation. I want someone who's already in the industry to be my advocate, to say, hey, I know this kid who's talented, he's got a great script, and he's got the skills. So let's sell this, or let's get him some work based on what he can do. So I've queried so far 6 reps, 2 agents and 4 managers. If I'm gonna be honest, I really wanna go with a manager before I go with an agent. A large reason behind that is just mathematics. Agents take 10%, managers take up to 20%. I think it's between 10 and 15 though, but that's still up there. So if you got a manager taking, let's say 20%, you got an agent taking 10%, that's 30% of your earnings right there. Plus you got to give 5% to a lawyer, and then you got to think about taxes. So starting off, I'm not trying to give all my money away, but another reason why I want to go with a manager first as opposed to an agent is because managers really help shape shape a writer's career. You know, I want to work with someone who will help me like develop whatever it is that I'm working on, help develop me as a writer, you know, help make me better. You know, the agent is really, they're just going to take the finished product and just be like, hey, studios, producers, we got some here. But managers really, like, they really should be invested in the career of the writer that they rep. So that's really kind of why I want to go with a manager first, is because I want to work with someone to, you know, help me improve my craft. And then, you know, later we can get an agent and all that good stuff, I will say this though, and I probably shouldn't say it, but I'm going to say it because I'm not here to lie to y'all. Even though I'm sending out these query letters, I don't really think they work. If you were to Google like query letters, screenplay, screenwriting, like querying, like whatever, you're gonna see lots of links, lots of sites that tell you how to write a query letter, what to do, how to reach out to managers and agents and producers. And I ain't gonna lie, it just feels like a bunch of bullshit to me, because the story's always the same. No one accepts unsolicited queries. So then what's the point, right? Why am I doing this? People send out query letters, they get no response. I've seen interviews with agents, managers, producers who say, yeah, you know, get queries all the time. They go straight into the trash bin. And I get it. There are exceptions to every rule. You know, I think about the screenwriter. I don't remember his name, but the screenwriter of the film Prisoners. Apparently, the story goes he sent out 3 query letters, and out of the 3, 1 manager responded to him, and things took off from there. That is the outlier of outliers, right? Because, you know, you're sending out queries. You know, it's really like a numbers game, a game of attrition. So to only send out 3 and to get a response, like that's just unheard of no matter what we're talking about, right? But again, outlier of outliers. You know, you send out these queries and they go into the trash, no one reads them. And the question is always asked, you know, of these agents and managers, well, then how do you find new writers? How do you find, you know, your clients? And the answer is always the same, through referrals, which means someone that they know hit them up and said, hey, I know someone who's got a killer script, who's got the skills to do this. And then that person is read, maybe a relationship is forged, and they go from there. Yeah, I'm sure query letters might work, but quite honestly, I don't think so. And I'm doing this because my mentor says we should do this. So I am reaching out to, you know, my dream agents, my dream managers, like, hey, you know, let's make something happen. And believe me when I say, like, I'm giving this my all. Like, I'm not half-assing this, but I'm honestly not expecting this to lead to the breakthrough. You never know. You never know, but I don't think this is it, Chief. But in any case, I'm documenting my journey right now. I've sent out 6 queries, 2 agents, 4 managers. Let's see what happens. So yeah, kids, I am putting myself out there, trying to get my script out there. Hollywood, I'm coming for you. I'm coming for you. All right, y'all.